Hello, loves. Thank you so much for joining me for May's Shamanic Clearing. And we're just going to dive in. Some of the themes have been trust replacing fear, getting to a deeper aspect of your knowing so that you can bring intention into what you want to create. Also, that deeper level of connection that you bring in and those intentions that you bring in, there is a purge happening. And if you have felt foggy headed, you're on the right track. Probably hasn't felt like it, but we're purging something from last month's really heady and mental energy. So there's a revitalizing, that's another theme. And part of this is like building the recipe and like that recipe being fortified with things that like are really good for you, that the universe supports you with, your intentions kind of draw it out of you. And then knowing when to gather more recipes and knowing when to cook. Thank you, Jen, for that. Knowing when to cook. And this is a session to bear witness to that deeper relationship. And there's also some silent and quiet, less from the mind, checking in that wants to feel that you've returned home, feel that you're closer to yourself, and help you carry on as you hold that closeness to self and those intentions. And has anyone else been feeling like this just expansive energy? Like if everything that you've been through and everything that you've acknowledged and all of the work that you've done, that there's a way through. Or it's time to get the next signal so you can carry on. So thank you again, and get comfortable. We'll drop in for session. And please start elongating your breath. You might breathe out with sound. I want you to call in your guides, those totems that are most potent for you at this time. And we call light and love to embrace you in your space. We ask that the guides connected to your mission and purpose, the ones that serve you the best, help you be your brightest. Those are the the ones that can be in and around, and every other spirit must carry on and go. And in bringing you to this space within the heart, I want you to recognize the feeling of embrace or embracing self, bowing with deepest gratitude to be brought into this space. And witness this deeper aspect of self. And in supporting your dreams, if you could, please bring your focus and attention somewhere under your throat. Recognizing that I am here and I am one. I am whole. What else? And I want you to invite yourself to a space where it comes less from the mind, as this head, heart, root, or feet, head, heart, root, or feet, head, heart, root, or feet, head, heart, root, or feet. And in taking a breath, you bring your eyes and ears there. And you bring this closeness with self, this embrace, this devotion to this space. We give this space everything that it needs. You might notice spaciousness or light to one side. Just invite your presence to grow, come into the center, and posture to your guides. Anything that isn't yours, anything that doesn't belong. And I want you to imagine that you notice a rewiring, a download, a gift coming into this space. It might be a connector. Either way, you bring your nourishing presence there, your eyes and ears, to hold yourself, to be closer to self, to revitalize. And you ask again, head, heart, root or feet, head, heart, root or feet, head, heart, root or feet. And you take a breath and you bring your eyes and ears down to that space. Whatever it is, whatever heavy creation could be there, anything blocking your light, anything releasing from this last cycle, we posture to your guides. Anything covert blocking you has no more authority, and you get to drop into a deeper aspect of self, bringing devotion, your presence, your light and love, and amplifying it here. Bringing you closer to yourself, devotion to this space, revitalizing. Now we're going to scan for karmic energies or an underworld, head, heart, root or feet, head, heart, root or feet, head, throat, root or feet. Bringing you into that space, bringing devotion, embrace to self. Through all timelines, time frames, ages and time, we're posturing to your guides, any attachments, any old contracts, again, anything blocking, any unconscious blocks, any heavy emotions, and anything collective. so that we can all be free to bring our devotion and awareness and loving kindness to each other. Here we are, your unconditional love in this space, your devotion, your presence here, connecting you in with a deeper aspect. So that your next signal can blossom. If you could, when you're ready, take a couple of breaths to let everything go. And we're going to invite your guides to bring in a next signal for you. Maybe it's an ingredient for a recipe. Maybe it's a gift of timing. And you find your focus up at your eyebrow. And any of the old dogmas in this psychic space, your guides are gently releasing. Maybe you haven't had to know, or things haven't been clear, but you're ready for a sense of joy and freedom. And like a lantern being lit in this quiet psychic space, you're drawn to an area where the connection will be most valuable for you to see, to feel, where your vision is up-leveling. So your spirit and body can be one. so that you can have the access to this depth within you, access to your intentions. We'll hold some space here. You might recognize a feeling of peace or nothingness. You might locate a door or a tunnel with light. Take a few moments to connect with this deeper aspect of yourself, to receive your next signal, a gift, an ingredient. They're giving me the image of like an acorn with a big tree shooting out of it. And this image has been coming through nearly all week long. So if you could, I'd like for you to imagine that you're laying down on soft earth. And you bring your focus and attention to your feet and the earth. And you can feel the life. And you notice this tree right next to you. And as if that lantern is bringing you to this door that you see, and any resistance you leave at the door, and as you enter through this warm glow, you notice its warmth. It's beautiful, and it's bright, and it's cozy, and it's protective and strong. And it's as if you take your coat and your shoes off. Any last bits of resistance to growth are gone. And you go to an area where you can truly take a seat. In this warmth, in this glow, and in this light, in this growth, in this revitalization. this inner sanctum. And you notice more recipe ingredients coming to greet you. A tenderness for self, being closer to self, feeling embraced and rocked and swayed. Strengthening your connection to the earth. And within you. And as you've taken this seat in this glow, you ask, head, heart, knees or feet, and you follow along that path in order to receive information, new information about your own story, entering into the innermost sanctum. Opening mind and heart to this new information and every other energy must go. Will allow time and a chance to listen. And I'll leave you here inviting you to come back the way that you went in and close the session as you're called.